Hello friends, in last two lectures we discussed about AC voltage applied to resistor and inductor, right? And we know that for resistor the voltage and current are in same phase. For inductor current lags voltage by angle pi by 2, right? Now today friends we discuss AC voltage applied to a capacitor and we derive the equation of current, average power, right? Now friends, here you can see that the AC voltage applied to a capacitor, and we know that the equation of voltage V is equals to Vm sin omega t, right? So we already know the equation of voltage, that is equals to V is equals to Vm sin omega t. But friends, we know that this capacitor limits the current but does not completely prevent the flow of charge, right? We already discussed this concept in capacitor, right? So we know that the capacitor limits the current but it does not completely prevent the flow of charge. So here friends, we know that for 1/4 of cycle capacitor is charged and then it is discharged. So this process continue, right? So the charging and discharging happens alternatively, right, for capacitor. So here friends, to derive the equation of current we apply the Kirchhoff's rule, right? So by applying the Kirchhoff's rule, right? So here we apply the Kirchhoff's rule. So the equation will be like this: V minus, here the potential of capacitor, we know that Q is equals to CV. So V is equals to Q by C, right? So the potential of capacitor, that is equals to Q by C. So by applying the Kirchhoff's rule we get V minus potential of capacitor, that is Q by C, is equals to 0. But we know that V is equals to Vm sin omega t, right? And here we have to prove the equation of current, or we have to derive the equation of current, right? So here V is equals to Vm sin omega t is equals to, here we take Q by C to right hand side, so is equals to Q by C. We know that current I is equals to dq by dt. So here we can write Q is equals to Vm sin omega t into C, right? So here Q is equals to Vm sin omega into C. So now current, that is equals to I is equals to dq by dt, right? So I is equals to d by dt of, here the Q Vm sin omega t into C, right? So here Vm into C are constant. So I is equals to Vm into C d by dt of sin omega t, right? Now friends, we already know the derivative of sin theta, that is equals to cos theta, right? So the derivative of sin theta is cos theta. So I is equals to Vm into C. Here the derivative of sin theta is cos theta. So here into cos instead of theta omega t. But here the multiplier of time is omega. So here we have to multiply by omega, right? So here the derivative of sin theta is cos theta. So sin, the derivative of sin omega t is cos omega t into the multiplier of time, that is omega. So into omega. So here I is equals to omega c into Vm cos omega t, right? So friends, here also we can write this equation like this: Vm divided by 1 upon omega c, right? So this omega c into Vm cos omega t, we can write this equation like this: I is equals to Vm upon 1 upon omega c into cos omega t, right? Now see here friends, we know that Vm by R is equals to Im, right? So here we compare this Vm by 1 upon omega c with Vm by R. So here we can say that this 1 upon omega c is behave as a resistance, right? So it limits the current. So here we compare this Vm by 1 upon omega c with Vm by R. So here we can write that 1 upon omega c, that is equals to Xc, that is known as capacitive reactance, right? So here 1 upon omega c, that is equals to Xc, that is known as capacitive reactance. So here as we compare this Vm by 1 upon omega c, or we can say Vm by Xc with Vm by R, so here we can say that this capacitive reactance act as a resistor or behave as a resistor which limits the current, right? So here Vm upon 1 upon omega c is equals to Vm upon Xc is equals to Im, right? So here we compare Vm by 1 upon omega c, or we can say Vm by Xc, that is known as capacitive reactance, with Vm by R. So here we can say that here this capacitive reactance behave as a resistor which limits the current. So here the unit of capacitive reactance is ohm, right? So we can write this equation like this. So from equation 2, here I is equals to Vm by 1 upon omega c, that is equals to Vm by Xc is equals to Im. So I is equals to Im cos omega t. This is equation number 3, right? So the equation of current is I is equals to Im cos omega t. So the equation of voltage V is equals to Vm sin omega t. The equation of current I is equals to Im cos omega t. Now friends, if we want to write this equation in terms of sign, so we know that friends, cos theta is equals to sin theta plus pi by 2, right? So we know that cos theta is equals to sin theta plus pi by 2, or you can say sin pi by 2 plus theta, that is equals to cos theta, right? So you already discussed or you already studied this concept in standard 10, right? Cos theta is equals to sin theta plus pi by 2, right? So here we can write this equation of current I is equals to Im. Here cos omega t is there, so sin omega t plus pi by 2, that is equation 4, right? So the equation of current is I is equals to Im cos omega t, or you can say I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So here friends, see the equation of voltage V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and here see I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So here this current is ahead of voltage. How much? By an angle pi by 2. So here we can say that the current leads the voltage by angle pi by 2, right? So here the current leads the voltage by an angle pi by 2, right? Or you can say the current is ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2, because V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Here I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2, right? So this current is ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2, or you can say the current leads the voltage by angle pi by 2, right? So friends, this is the equation of current. Once again we know that V is equals to Vm sin omega t, right? And the current limits by the capacitor, but the capacitor does not completely prevent the flow of charge, right? So the capacitor is alternatively charge and discharge, right? Now we apply the Kirchhoff's rule, so we get V minus the potential of capacitor from the equation Q is equals to CV, V Q by C, right? So V minus Q by C is equals to 0. So V is equals to Vm sin omega t is equals to Q by C. So here we get charge Q, Vm sin omega t into C. We know the equation of current I is equals to dq by dt. So I is equals to d by dt of Q, Vm sin omega t into C. Vm into C constant, the derivative of sin omega t is cos omega t into omega. So I is equals to omega C, Vm cos omega t. Or we can write this equation like this: Vm upon 1 upon omega C into cos omega t. Right? Why? Because we compare this Vm by 1 upon omega C with Vm by R. So we can say that this 1 upon omega C behaves as a resistor, that is known as capacitive reactance, denoted by Xc. The unit of capacitive reactance is ohm, right? So Vm by 1 upon omega C, or you can say Vm by Xc, that is equals to Im. So I is equals to Im cos omega t. If we want to write this equation in terms of sine, then we know that cos theta is equals to sine theta plus pi by 2, right? So I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. So here we can say that the current leads voltage by angle pi by 2, or you can say the current ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. Now we draw the phasor and wave. So wave and phasor. Now see friends, this is the wave of voltage, like this, right? This is 0, this is angle pi by 2, pi, then 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. Now here friends, this is the waveform of voltage. Now to draw the wave for current, here we know that the current leads the voltage by an angle pi by 2. That means the current is ahead of voltage. How much? By an angle pi by 2. So here current leads the voltage. So due to this, the current is maximum at 0, right? Because the current ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. That means the current is maximum at 0. Then it starts decreasing like this. Right? So the wave is like this. Right? So this is the wave of current, right? I. So here the current is ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. So the current is maximum at 0. Then it start decreasing, then start increasing, right? Because the current ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. Right? So this is the wave of voltage and current. Now we draw the phasor. Now, this is the phasor of voltage, right? V is equals to Vm sin omega t. So this is the phasor of voltage. Now, here the current leads voltage by angle pi by 2, or you can say the current ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. So here we have to draw the phasor of current like this. See, this angle is 90. Now see, I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. See, this omega t and this angle pi by 2. Right? So this is the phasor of voltage and current. Right? Phasor of voltage, as it is to draw the phasor of current, we know that the equation of current I is equals to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. That means current ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. So here you can see that this current ahead of voltage by angle pi by 2. So this is the phasor of voltage and current. Now, average power. Now, we know the equation of power, P is equals to Vi, right? So here the power is given by power, that is equals to P is equals to Vi. So P is equals to the equation of voltage V, that is equals to Vm sin omega t, and equation of current from equation 3, Im cos omega t, right? So this is from 1 and 3, right? So V, that is equals to Vm sin omega t, I, that is equals to Im cos omega t. So P is equals to Vm sin omega t, Im cos omega t. Now the equation will be like this: P is equals to Vm Im sin omega t cos omega t. Right? But we know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. Right? So here 2 sin theta cos theta. Right? So here we need 2. Right? So here we multiply and divide this equation by 2. So the power P is equals to Vm Im by 2 into 2 sin omega t cos omega t. Right? So now we know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. Right? But 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. So power P is equals to Vm Im by 2, and this 2 sin theta cos theta, sin 2 theta, so sin 2 omega t, right? So the equation of power P is equals to Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t. But here we have to find the average power. So here we take the average of this equation. So average power, that is equals to P is equals to average value of Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t, right? But the average value of sin 2 omega t is equals to 0. So the average power is equals to 0, right? So when the AC voltage is applied to the capacitor, then average power is 0, right? So P is equals to Vi, we already know the equation of voltage and current, Vm sin omega t, Im cos omega t, right? So Vm Im sin omega t cos omega t, we know that 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. So here we multiply and divide this equation by 2. So 2 sin omega t cos omega t, that is equals to sin 2 omega t. Now to find out the average power, we take the average of this equation. right? So average power, that is equals to average value of Vm Im by 2 sin 2 omega t. But we know that the average value of sin 2 omega t is equals to 0, right? So here the average power is equals to 0. So when AC voltage applied to the capacitor, the average power is 0, right? Now, as we discuss in inductor the different quarters, right? Again, for capacitor we discuss the different quarters, and for these quarters the sign of voltage and current and power, right? So here friends, see, this is the first quarter. See this dotted line from 0 to pi by 2, right? So 0 to 1, this is the first quarter. See this second quarter from pi by 2 to pi. Third quarter pi to 3 pi by 2, and the fourth quarter 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, right? So here these are the different quarters: quarter 1 0 to 1, quarter 2 1 to 2, quarter 3 2 to 3, and quarter 4 3 to 4. So here this is the different quarters. Then the sign of voltage, current, then sign of product of voltage and current, right? Now what happened? See, for first quarter 0 to 1. So for first quarter 0 to 1, you can see here the voltage and current both are positive. So voltage positive, current positive. So here the product of voltage and current is also positive. But here see, voltage start increasing and current start decreasing. So here what happens? So as we connect the AC voltage to the capacitor, then this plate A and this plate B. So here this, suppose this plate A becomes positive, then the plate B becomes negative, and this is the direction of current clockwise, right? So here as we connect the AC voltage to the capacitor, for the first quarter voltage and current both are positive. So the product of voltage and current positive. But here voltage start increasing and current start decreasing. So suppose plate A positive, so plate B is negative. So in this case the energy absorbed, right? So here in the first quarter the energy absorbed. So as this energy absorbs by the source, then we can say that this capacitor starts charging, right? So here this energy absorbed by the source. So here energy absorbs and the capacitor starts charging, right? So this A, that is stands for energy absorbed, and C, that is stands for capacitor starts charging, right? So in first quarters, once again friends, voltage and current both are positive, so product of voltage and current also positive. But here the voltage starts increasing and current start decreasing. So here what happens? The energy absorbed as the product is positive. So here energy absorbed. So we can say that the the capacitor starts charging, right? Now second quarter from 1 to 2. So here from 1 to 2 you can see that this voltage is positive and this current below x-axis. So current negative. So voltage positive, current negative. So we know that if the voltage is positive, current is negative, then the product of voltage and current also negative. And if the product is negative, then we can say that the energy starts releasing, right? So as the energy release, we can say that the capacitor starts discharging, right? So here voltage positive, current negative, so the product of voltage and current is negative. So here we can say that the product is negative, so energy release, right? So here capacitor is there and energy release, so we can say that the capacitor starts discharging, right? So see here, the AC voltage applied to the capacitor, this plate A is positive and this plate A negative, but here voltage start decreasing, right? And current, see the direction of current change. So here as the direction of current changes, here the current is in anti-clockwise direction, right? So we can say that the capacitor start decreasing, right? Now third quarter from 2 to 3. So for this quarter you can say that this voltage is negative and this current also negative because both are below the x-axis. So here voltage and current both are negative, so the product is positive. So once again, as the product is positive, then we can say that energy absorbed, and as the energy absorbed, so we can say that capacitor starts charging, right? So what happens? So here for this quarter, as the capacitor starts charging, so here the polarity of capacitor, the plates change. So here this plate A becomes negative and this plate B becomes positive, right? And here you can say that this current start increasing in opposite direction, right? So once again current flowing clockwise direction as the capacitor starts charging, right? So for this third quarter, V and I both are negative, so the product is positive. So as the product is positive, so we can say that the energy absorbed. So as the energy absorbs, we can say that the capacitor starts charging. So here the plate A becomes negative and plate B becomes positive. Now for last quarter from 3 to 4, here this voltage is negative, right? So here voltage negative but current from 3 to 4. This fourth quarter current is positive. So here the product is negative. So once again energy release. So as the energy release, capacitor starts discharging. So here this plate A, B, A negative, B positive, and you can see here the direction of current change, right? So here the direction of current change is like this, right, in opposite direction. So this is like this, right? So this is the different quarters, right? For first quarter the V and I both are positive, so product positive. So here the product is positive, so we can say that the energy absorbed. So as the energy absorbed, then current starts, then capacitor starts charging. For second quarter, current negative, voltage positive, right? So the product of V and I negative. So here the product is negative. So the energy release. So as the energy release, so we can say that the capacitor starts discharging, right? So here the polarity of the direction of current changes, right? Now for the third quarter from 2 to 3, see from 2 to 3 both V and I are negative, so the product of V and I positive. So as the product is positive, so we can say that the energy absorbed. So as the energy absorbed, so we can say that the capacitor starts charging. And for last quarter 3 to 4, voltage negative, current positive. So the product is negative, so energy release. So as the energy release, we can say that the capacitor starts discharging, right? So this is about the equation of current, then wave and phasor, and average power when the AC voltage applied to a capacitor. Okay friends, thank you.